I started as a summer intern with GTE, which later became part of Verizon.
I was a secretary.
The customer service rep.
Marketing for the first fiber to the home community. I started as a temp.
A retail sales rep in Denver, Colorado.
In the call center answering customer calls.
I was in the mailroom.
I think if you're doing something that you're passionate about, that you care about, that you love deeply, then you're successful.
I think success is something that you earn with people. I think success is something that you do with purpose. And I think success is something that when you walk away, it has a long-lasting impact that's bigger than just yourself.
I define success day by day. So what was successful yesterday might not be what will be successful today or tomorrow.
For me, it's going to be about the people who said it mattered that I showed up, that it mattered that I was part of their journey. When you do the right things for people, we actually get the right thing for the business too.
Being a student of the business is probably one of the best pieces of advice that I have personally received.
My mentor said to me, join an ERG because if you look around, you realize that you're not like everybody else, and it's your turn now to pull other people up.
It was the idea about really understanding what it means to be collaborative and making room for everyone to have a voice at the table.
I have a male mentor who's also a sponsor. And the best thing he has ever done and ever does for me, still to this day, is give me the hardcore, honest truth. He tells it straight like it is, and that's the only way I like to get feedback.
The inclusion that I'm seeing with women, with minorities, it's been really great to see how much that has changed over the years.
Oftentimes, I was the youngest person at the table. I was typically the only woman at the table, and most oftentimes the only person of color at the table as well.
When more women are given the chance for big leadership roles, that equals more women crushing big leadership roles, which equals more women being considered for big leadership roles. And I think about how much value that we've lost for all these companies because of that incorrect and flawed bias that in many ways still exists.
Breaking the bias is just treating everyone equally.
No more, he's aggressive, and that's a positive, get it done compliment for him versus she's aggressive and that's a negative, difficult to work with ding for her. It's how do we change the conversations? How do we make sure that we're challenging ourselves to have people in our lives who have different points of view?
Living my life without judgment and seeing myself in other people and seeing other people in me.
We really need to think about us as a collective versus allowing our biases to impact how successful people can be.
Don't limit yourself. Don't let anyone else limit you.
Get comfortable with who you are. It's going to be with you for the rest of your life. Be patient with yourself, but be committed to bringing all of who you are every day.
Elevate the conversation. Leverage the position that you're in to further the conversation and, more importantly, take action. Don't get comfortable with the status quo.
We've got to bring men along on this journey. The majority of the time they are in leadership positions, so we need to make sure that we help them be aware of what we want to do and where we want to go.
It's so easy to look at the progress and say, that's good enough. And I think we all have to say, we aren't done yet.
Everybody, it's Diana Alvear, and it's hard to believe, but today is the last day of Women's History Month, and we've had such great events, so many great opportunities to celebrate. So we had a very strong start with our Women's Collab event on International Women's Day. Raquel and I had the honor of hosting a moving and very motivating event. We learned everything from how to find a mentor and champion to how to make tough decisions between work and family. I also had the pleasure of hosting the Break the Bias VCG panel with Krista Bourne, Michelle Miller, Phil Leininger, Monica Hammond, and Ryan Tucker. Some really great actionable advice from this dream team, and I learned a lot, as did everyone that was present.
Always knowing what your brand is and being clear on how to evolve that.
Ensuring that people know that you got the job for who you are.
Surround yourself with people that care deeply about you.
Be the role model.
And I've had some friends who didn't have great role models.
That's when bias slaps you in the face.
Be human, be real all the time.
Do what you say and say what you do.
You have to know what you stand for.
That's a fact.
Own it.
And we've had so many great volunteer opportunities. Did you know that there was a video story banking effort for all of us to say what Women's History Month means to us? Yeah, check out the portal because there's lots on there. Finally, what would we do without WAVE? So many great events, so much visibility for the incredible women V-teamers doing great work at all levels of the company. Huge thanks to them. And they've got one final event today. The fabulous and talented Wendy Tessetta is having a conversation with journalist Martine Dennis. And for those of you who don't know her, Martine Dennis is a British news anchor, most recently a presenter with Al Jazeera English, and before that, BBC World News. So that's going to be a really great conversation. It starts at 12 p.m. noon Eastern on Blue Jeans. And by the way, Wendy has been such a teacher to me on leadership and other topics, you really don't want to miss it. And here is the best part, right? We're giving you dessert here. Even though Women's History Month is coming to a close, that does not mean that the conversations, and more importantly, our actions, are coming to an end. At Verizon, we are dedicated to driving greater equity and inclusion within and beyond our walls to break the bias and move the world forward for all. This is something we are proud to stand for and we champion every day. So thank you for watching. I'm Diana Alvear. Stay safe and happy Women's History Month.